Today I am here for a Big Sis Advice with my real life big sister, Lindsay.
Hi guys! I'm very happy to be back.
We haven't filmed a main channel video since last April, or like spring.
What's up with us, you know?
There's a lot that's wrong with us.
Because we're together like every day.
It just like never crosses our minds, you know, because we're always vlogging together. But the last Big Sis Advice that I filmed was all about acne, I believe, and I want to be just filming more of these videos because you guys like the Big Sis Advice
videos.
Thanks. So I think I'm gonna start doing them like once a month. I'm gonna like set out my upload schedule for February, but it's not gonna change until February. Just announcements now. Speaking of announcements, I actually have another announcement that we're going to be talking about at the end of this video, so just stay tuned, okay?
So what even is this video that we're doing? You didn't even...
I know, I just realized
What's the video?
We're going to be giving advice today on school, so just all about school. All the pizza talks that I film, people always have school related questions.
Yeah, school, college, nothing is limited.
The whole thing. Yeah, not limited at all. No limitations on this channel. Alright, let's head over to Twitter and see what you guys are asking under the hashtag Big Sis Advice.
Ooh.
Purpur Aurora sent us a little paragraph. So she says, I was so excited about the program that I chose because I felt like it was the best for me, but then I was faced with so many obstacles and I feel like I'm not very sure if I really want to take these classes. Should I keep doing this that is not right for me, or switch to a different program, or should I just try harder and continue with it? I mean, I'm not in college, but I would say that you shouldn't be getting a degree in something that you don't feel like you like or is even going to help you, because then what's the point? If you're going to be spending that much money on school, you should be studying something that really you have a passion for.
Okay, so the thing about college is that you have to take certain classes and then you have your classes that are like your major classes. So I don't know which classes you're talking about that you're like, these are really hard, I don't like these classes, but I'm assuming they're like your major classes that you're just not sure about your major. Everyone has to go through those classes that are just those general ed classes that you pretty much don't really want to be taking, although you might like a few of them. So that's just kind of a thing that you have to accept about college or getting a degree. You have to take certain classes. But as Megan said, yeah, I definitely think it's so normal though and so okay to be in a major that you're not sure about. So many people, like almost like half of people I feel like switch up their major. Yeah. Eventually. It's so common to do, and it's really totally fine because you have to be doing what you want to do, and that might change. You might think you know what you want to be doing, and then that changes. All right, the next question is from Gnarly Princess, and she says, I'm moving across the country. What are some ways to make the transition easier or to handle it better? I'm assuming you're talking about for school. Yeah. This is exactly what I did, and the transition is going to take time. Like, I wasn't really nervous, but I did have a period where I thought that I was gonna drop out of school, like 5 weeks, I think, into my quarter, my first quarter. I was just overwhelmed, and for me, it was like I felt like I couldn't focus on everything else in my life, like work and YouTube and all of that at the time. I needed to really just like adjust and realize that it wasn't going to be the end of the world and that I could do it, and that I just had to learn how to manage my time better. So focusing on school when I needed to be, getting my work done, and then doing YouTube or whatever after school.
My experience with this was that I was also homesick when I moved across the country for the first time, but that is going to come if you move anywhere. Honestly, you're going to miss home, you're going to miss things that
feel
were
like you're
familiar to you.
missing out,
yeah,
but you're really not.
You might have some major FOMO seeing your friends who are still together, but you know, it's going to be fine. You're going to see them over breaks, you're going to keep in contact with them. My tips for you are just to write it out, honestly.
Give it
like,
some time.
Don't be that compulsive person who's like, I've been here for 5 days and I hate it and I want to go home, and then you actually do move home. Like, let's maybe give it a couple months. Courtney asked, I have really bad anxiety. How can I cope with the stress that comes with college without dying? Well, you're not gonna die, let me just say that.
You should definitely check out Rachel Whitehurst. We'll have her channel linked in the description box. She has tons of videos about college because she graduated college, and she also struggles with anxiety, and she's very open about that.
And she has videos helping with that too. Yeah. So she's definitely my go-to gal for that kind of advice. She's so good for advice and like self-help advice and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but as for just like not wanting to drop out or not wanting to drop everything, just make sure that you are budgeting your time in the right ways. If you're very paranoid about something and very like stressed about getting certain things done, make a calendar for yourself. Mark the times and everything so that you have a certain kind of overview of how your day is going to go and how you're going to get things done, the things that you need to do.
You always are going to get it done. Like you always, no matter how stressed you are about how big this assignment or whatever it is or how hard it may seem, like it's going to be over so soon and you're gonna get through it and then you're gonna
flourish.
So yeah, it's gonna be great. So just remember that. Okay, this next question is from Arizona, August, and she says, if you don't know what to do, is a gap year worth it?
Yeah, baby, it's so worth it. That year that I took off helped me find out what I want to do with my life, and also helped me find out that I didn't even want to go to college. So if you want to just, take a little gap year, be like, hey parents, you know what, save your money for a year, I'm going to collect myself and figure out what I actually want to do with my life. Like, I think they'll probably understand, because I feel like a lot of people go into college being like, I don't know what I want to do. And of course, like, you can find out what you want to do in college, but I feel like sometimes it's not worth it, especially when you go into something where like you are really investing time into a certain major and you're like, I just hate it, Like, why would you even go into something that you don't want to do? So I think it's important to give yourself that time. So I'd say it's worth it.
Next question is from Emma, and she says, how many AP classes do you recommend taking as a sophomore in high school, and are they worth the hype?
I don't even know if I took any APs as a sophomore.
I didn't take any as a sophomore. I knew people that did. I'm definitely going to say 95% of people I knew did not. I took an AP, but for my school that I ended up going to, I did not need it at all. I didn't get credit for it. I did end up getting credit for one class that I took. If you're planning on going to a really good school that they need like 6 APs, 8 APs, something crazy like that, like you're going to need to take those classes if that's where you want to get in. But most schools, like, the general amount, you don't really need to take APs, and like I would say like most of my friends didn't take APs.
Only like my really smarty pants friends took AP. I think it was AP US as a sophomore. But then the next year you could also take it as a junior, so then people did it that year too. So like, give yourself time. Don't stress yourself out too much sophomore year. But at the same time, if you want to take that class sophomore year, then you won't have the stress of it junior year when you're dealing with SATs and ACTs and that whole kind of a thing. So it really just depends on what you're up for. Okay, the last question is going to be from Chloe, and she asked, I'm really conflicted about money for college. I really want to go, but the money is stressing me out. Please help. I love you. First off, you should vote for Bernie Sanders, because he's going to lower all of the costs of college nationwide. So that's what I'm going to say right there. I'm sorry for campaigning. Also, I would say that if you have to fund it all yourself, get a freaking job.
Most people that go to school, I would say the general amount, are on some kind of a loan. I don't know, because like I haven't dealt with student loans. I know they definitely help out people so much.
But then you just have to pay it off later on.
You have to pay that back. So if like that's going to be something that you're taking on yourself, just make sure you know all that goes into that, because people pay off their student loans for like 15 years.
Yeah, it's craziness. I would also say if your parents are paying for it, offer to at least pay. Like if they're freaking out about the money and causing you to have stress over it, at least offer to pay for like a quarter of it or something, or whatever you can do. But offer to help so that it's a little bit less on their part and you also have that responsibility.
Yeah, or find a cheaper school that you can go to, like a community college, or just a cheaper school that you can go to and still do those classes that you need to get done, at least for the first 2 years, and then you can always transfer to another school or something like that. Yeah, that's something we didn't like talk about, but that's so common.
So we hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it covered all of the school-related questions that you need to ask.
It's a bit more college-related than high school, but
I feel like we have a lot of older viewers too, and probably a lot of people who are about
or a
to
lot of
set
you
off
guys that
to
are
college.
at least like a junior or something like that. And if you're not, hopefully this will just help you in the future, because this is all like advice that you're gonna want to think about even just in like high school.
Yeah. All right, now for the announcement time. Guess what the heck is up? I already announced this on Twitter. Lindsey already announced this on Instagram. So you might already know, but Lindsey and I are part of a radio show now. I was actually talking about this in my last main channel video, but I was like, I'll talk about it in my video on Friday. So basically, this is how it's going to break down. Dash Radio is going to be the hub of our segment, our podcast type thing. It's like a sister podcast. And so on Dash Radio, there's a bunch of stations to choose from. The station we are going to be on is 1234 World. You can search it on the app. And then our segment is going to be on Fridays, Female Energy Fridays to be exact. And our segment name is Souls at Sundown, and it happens at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and check your world clock for if you're in some kind of international time zone.
Yeah.
But we're so excited about it.
Yeah, so we have our own sister podcast now, and like Meg said, it's called Souls at Sundown. So we're just gonna be hanging out with you guys, playing some tunes, and just talking with you guys. We're hopefully gonna be able to like get calls from you guys, and we do Q&As, and we're gonna have guests, and it's gonna be really, really fun.
Yeah,
and
we're
this
really
is like
excited.
our project for 2016 that we're just so pumped about.
Because we get to have this like different like audio platform now, not like
Yes.
video platform. So you guys can listen to us in the car, on your way to school, when you're getting ready to go out.
Our show right
Some
now
kind of
is 90 minutes.
But the station itself is airing 24 hours a day in 99 countries, 7 days a week. So it's really just all across the map. It's going to be kind of like a curated station for music. So every day has a different theme. So it'll be like curated music for that day on every single day. So Female Energy Friday, like we said, is going to be a day of all female artists. And the artists that we're going to be playing as well on our segment are going to be all female artists. So I'm super excited because I did that like female energy playlist, the girl power playlist it was called. But yeah, so I'm excited to be able to play artists like that, put you on to new people, get to be able to talk to you guys for freaking
just
like 90
talk to you
minutes.
guys in a new way. That's what I'm most excited about. Woo!
So that's our little announcement for you guys. Thumbs up if you were as excited as we are.
And if you enjoyed this video,
Yeah.
I thought it was helpful.
Both of the
And if
things.
you like us making videos together and want us to do more.
For real, go check out the video that we filmed on Lindsey's channel, and if you're not already subscribed to her, make sure to hit that subscribe button. She's my sis, she's the best, it's gonna be great. And I think that's pretty much the wrap up. Okay, well, we'll see you guys in our next video.
Thank
Okay,
you for watching.
stay smiling.